Hey guys, thank you so much for joining today. Today we're going to be going over some images submitted from a wide variety of photographers.
I feel like I get what he's trying to do. I like the shot. I like the crop and the mood. I would just say the lighting either go darker or go brighter. I feel like it's kind of in between right now. Like if I was lighting it, I can't decide if I want to go for more dramatic or brighter. I would just say make a decision. Are we focused on the shield? Are we focused on the overall image? I kind of see a hint of the flag behind him. It's all really cool. I like it. I would just say lighting.
Yeah, same for me. Definitely lighting. I would have probably gone brighter on him, but then darkened a few bits up and get more detail in him, I think. But yeah, the lighting for me is what is off on this. But the idea of it is cool, and it looks like it is a great shot. But if you would have just got his lighting bang on, it could have been a more awesome shot.
Yeah, lighting, I'm really picky. Like I can see where the key light is. I see the backlight. The lighting, with fitness, I want to make sure that I focus on a very specific body part. And where the light is the hottest on this shot is on his back. And the muscle part that you can't see. And so his core is in the shadows, his chest, he's got a big chest. His arms, he has big biceps, triceps. So I'd like to have the light highlights something specific more so than something that you can't see. And so my
even just turn a little bit more as well, isn't it? Just slightly.
Yeah. And then something like this too, when you have looks like the Captain America shield, if you're going to use something that is superhero-ish, then expression with his eyes looking down is kind of soft and subtle, like he's looking at a puppy. And I'd prefer to have him, if you're staring down there, to make it look like there's a little bit more strength behind it, a little bit more attitude. But overall, I like the concept.
I quite like this. I don't like the fact that his hands are cut off. His hands are non-existent. The lighting is good. If the guy only had some oil on it, it would have really popped. Yeah, and that light above his head kind of annoys me. But that's a great shot, great pose. Just bring in the hands for me.
The oil would have added so much to this shot. Not cutting off the hands, like you mentioned, but then just something for the skin to have a little bit of sheen to it. I mean, from looks, you can see the lights on the right side. You can see, the light
photographer as well
over his shoulder. To me, this is kind of it's almost like a selfie type shot. You know what I mean?
Pretty, isn't it?
If you're gonna do it, then because he's got a great core, his obliques pop. I would like to see them pop, because right now they just look like not flat, but there's not a lot of depth to it. Oil.
I wonder if it has to do with the editing.
Yeah, I like to see. Chris, I'd say do this shot again. Just add a little bit of oil to the skin, and then just take one step back and get the hands in. And maybe that's because of the Instagram crop to put it on the feed, and so maybe there's the hands are still there. But if that's the case, then I would still take a step back, so that way when you crop it, it doesn't distract, or crop a little bit higher maybe. But yeah, his shoulders, man.
He's a beast.
Yeah,
looks almost like mine. I would change the lighting angle just because you could tell it's coming from below. It would work perfectly if it was for like a horror film, you know what I mean? But it kind of has that sinister feel, and if that's what you're going for, that's perfect. But typically, I like to go from above just slightly.
Yeah, and I think because of where the lighting is, it's making his chest look a little bit weird because of the shadow on it. Yeah, and again, oil would have been better on this guy, because I think where his skin's quite dry and he's probably upped the clarity a little bit, it's made it go very dark in areas where it shouldn't, or it's changed the color of his skin slightly. So
the color of skin is something that's a good call, because if you look at the tones, there's a wide range because you have where the highlights are. It's super bright, whites, cream tones in the highlights, but on the
Yellow.
head, you have more of like a gray, you know, almost like a muddy type vibe. And then to Cal's point, the lighting on the cheek on camera right, because of the light placement, just that all I see is a black triangle of black, and so it takes away, makes the eye look kind of distorted on the right hand side. And so I try to tell people, you know, light for the face, the physique. You want to make sure the physique looks good. Guys aren't as picky as females. You know, females really want to have everything look good. But with that said, you can't have guys looking, you know, I don't like having just random, harsh, ugly shadows on the face. So the colors, equaling out the colors, adding a bit of oil, and then looks like on post work, looks like the contrast was boosted a ton, or the clarity slider was boosted up really high, so it makes it kind of muddy. I'd like to see this image pulled back though, instead of that crop.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I would say, I mean, I'm just being picky because I would be happy delivering it just the way it is, but I would say add a few more lights maybe just to get a little separation from the hair, and then under the glutes where it's really dark, maybe a bounce if there's no light, maybe just a reflector, just so you can see more of the curve at the bottom. But other than that, it's really nice.
Yeah, I'm going with the same. It's a really nice shot. The only thing I would change is maybe the background. I don't know. I think that's the only. I like the blue in the background, but it's where the weights and everything are so dark. It's just like I'm my eyes go into it straight away, trying to figure out what that is, and I'm not looking then at the model. So other than that, it's brilliant. I love her skin tone, and the shadows are excellent.
I can see that there's a little bit of glistening on the skin, so it looks like there was some moisturizer, some oil used, which is good. I agree with Kyle about the underlights underneath the glutes, right where the legs meets, right, just that shadow right there. You lose definition, you lose shape, you lose detail, and it draws eye. I want to showcase all the hard work, and putting a light down there would also probably make the hamstrings pop out just a tiny bit more. I don't like the light right behind her ear on camera right, and it looks like there's hair. I can't tell what it is. Where the ponytail meets, there's that little black line that comes on camera left, it's right by her eye. I can't tell if that's a big strand of hair or that's something that's on the background. Overall, the skin tones, very nice. The editing, I love the contouring on the skin. I love the shot. Lighting, I'm just super particular. There's a few things I would change with the lighting, but overall, you know, if this is what I delivered to a client, I would not lose any sleep. I'd be super content with it. The last thing, just be overly picky, since the same lighting issue on the bottom of the glutes, just that little bit, that shadow that's not controlled underneath the jawline. You know, if we can minimize that a little bit, then it would be a tiny bit less distracting. But overall, this is one of the favorite shots that I've seen so far.
That's good.
Same.
All right, got the last shot here. I'm just gonna say, man, I love the color. I love the color pop. Maybe it's because I'm in a gel phase right now, but it's I'm a fan.
Yeah, me too. I've got nothing really to. I love the color. The only thing I would do is try and get some separation, so that because her bum, you can't work out which leg is forward and which leg's back. But that's just being super picky for no reason really.
Well, now that you mention it, all right, yeah, I hate this shot because I can't tell which leg is forward and which leg is back. I'm just kidding. No, I'm a fan of the shot. I like it. Kyle, what do you think?
It's hard to find anything to fix, other than, I don't know. At first I was going to say maybe lift the shadows a little bit in the pants and the tire, but it works, for the vibes. What I really like is you see the two diagonal lines coming down, meeting where she's standing. That's puts it together for me. I dig it, man. I don't have anything to say. Sorry if you're looking for something to fix, but I'm good with it.
It's a cool shot.
Yeah, I think the kind of the parting words in this shot is, you know, there's a lot of times when it's easy to pick out something that you don't like, but when there's something that really stands out and pops, you know, whether it be the expression or the lighting or composition or some kind of aesthetic to it, if there's something that really jumps out at you, that really covers a lot of those small details that we would be able to see a lot easier had it not been for that strong, whatever the ingredient was. And the first thing I saw was like, wow, those colors. And it's not like the cheesy gel colors, you know, this is like, that's interesting. Because now my brain's trying to, you know, kind of break down how they got that effect. Is it stop or is it gels? Is it the wall? Is it paint? You know, you can tell it's gels because the color on the leg and the back of the shoulder. So obviously it's gel work. But now I'm looking at saying, how much of that is Photoshop? How much of that is the wall, gels, you know, which to me just makes me love photography even more, you know, because a lot of shots you can easily tell, okay, there's a light there, and there's, you know, but on this one, I think well done. This is definitely the favorite shot that I've seen in this group. Yeah, I know it's not easy having your images critiqued, especially by people that you may not have met in real life. And so I just want to say I appreciate everybody that's submitting images. Those of you watching, I would highly recommend that you go check out these creators, because we all start somewhere and then we all, you know, have a direction that we want to go in. I think it's fun to watch people as they progress from, you know, wherever they start from or wherever they happen to be. You know, this Cardella creative, obviously brand new, obviously has no idea what they're doing. I'm pretty jealous of that shot, actually. Shot. And so, you know, when I see shots like this, I immediately want to go and check out their entire portfolio, because if this is what I see now, imagine what they're going to have in their past that they've already done. Imagine what they're going to shoot tomorrow and stuff like that. It just inspires me, you know, to create more and to really showcase how much talent there is out there. You know, that's what I love about social media. I see so many amazing creators. It's how I met these fools. This guy up here and the guy down below. You know, because of social media, and because of their willingness to share information so freely. I mean, that's why I consider myself very lucky to call them colleagues. I was gonna say something emotional and all that stuff, but screw that. This isn't what this channel is all about. We're talking about making money.
Man, you getting emo over there.
I know. It's because I've been in isolation for 4 weeks. I gotta get back out and go. You know, I gotta go. I don't know. I gotta
has nothing to do with 420, does it?
Well, hey guys, I appreciate you giving the time and your expertise in critiquing these images. And for those of you watching, please check out. I'll leave their Instagram accounts somewhere on the screen so you can take a look and see what else they do. I would recommend you go check them out. For part 2 of this series, please go to Kao's YouTube, and I'll post that link as well, because we have 9 more images that we're going to be talking about. And so be sure to go check out that video when it's uploaded. And if you'd like to have your images critiqued, send me a message over on Instagram, or send one of these guys a message as well. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider giving a like and a subscribe. Click on that notification bell to get updates every time I post new content, which is about once or twice every single week. And until the next video, keep shooting. We'll see you.